One of the most common causes of lower back pain is picking up something incorrectly, whether this be a weight, whether this be something around the house. The reason for that is because most people do not know how to hip hinge correctly. When I say the term hip hinge, what I mean is as we're bending over to pick something up, whether that be a weight or something up off the ground, what we're doing is we should be able to hinge from our hips without rounding our lower back. So to hip hinge correctly, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hinge from my hips, my upper body's gonna go forward, and as I do that, I'm gonna drive my butt back. So what it's gonna look like is we're gonna lean forward, drive my butt back, then come on up, and then do that again, drive that butt back, and stand up. So what that does is it reduces the stress and strain on your lower back, as opposed to if I was just rounding my lower back, which is not what we want. So we're gonna just round, and all that strain is being placed on my erector spinae muscles along my QL. This puts a lot of pressure on the discs and the facet joints in your lower back. This can also strain the SI joints, which is one of the most common things we see. Because if you lose that form for just a second while you're lifting something heavy, that puts all that pressure on that area in the spine and cause things to shift out of position and cause the nerves to get irritated and the muscles to become strained. One way to learn how to hip hinge correctly is to use a dowel, such as a broomstick, PVC pipe. And all you're gonna do is we're gonna put this dowel on our back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab behind my head, I'm gonna position the dowel so my head is in contact with that. I'm gonna grab it in my lower back, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that dowel up against my spine and up against my tailbone. So to hip hinge correctly, I wanna maintain contact with this dowel at all times. What that's gonna do, it's gonna force me to push my butt back, keep my back nice and straight, and my chest tall. So what it's gonna look like as I hinge, drive my butt back, good, and come back up, and maintain contact with your head, your spine, and your low back and tailbone. If you end up rounding your lower back, what's gonna look like is you're gonna lose contact and the dowel is gonna come away from your spine. Same thing with our upper body and chest. A lot of times we have tight chests and poor posture, and so when we hinge forward, our head's gonna go forward like that. And all that does is it puts a lot of strain and stress on our neck and our lower back. By learning how to hip hinge correctly, that greatly reduces the stress and strain on your lower back and will help you prevent any kind of back injuries in the future. It'll also help you to lift correctly with better form and to lift stronger. So practice this hip hinge pattern at home or before you start lifting at the gym. That will reinforce that pattern and help prevent you from injuring your lower back. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.